as I've been working on this material, I've been trying to figure out this way of helping people understand the process of building deep community. And a lot of what I've learned has come out of my own journey in building a community and discovering that, man, this isn't working and this did work and we need more of this. And we got really fired up and we started being able to challenge each other at a different level. And I started taking the principles that we learned in our journey of building this extraordinary inner circle of relationships, and I started trying to help think through, how do I explain this to other people? Because a lot of people have tried to create community, whether it's called a mastermind group or a small group in their church environment or some other networking group. And so often we get into it and it catches fire for a little while, but then it fades. Or we get into it and you start having some conflict with someone because you start feeling like, man, they just push on me all the time. They harp on me all the time. And it creates this unhealthy experience. And so I just started processing this. And as I leaned into this and spent months just studying our own group, what has worked? Why did it work? Where did it come from? I finally came up with this and I started sharing it with our group, said, I think this has been our journey. And I think everyone was kind of like, yeah, that nails it. That's exactly where we've come from. That's exactly what we've experienced. And now I really want to work at giving other people the opportunity to experience it too. So I'm going to share with you what I've created. And there's a lot more to it than what I'm going to share in this brief video. But what I want you to know is that this just shows you the process of where do you start building a deeper community, and then how do you go to the next level, and then the next level. So let's think that through a little bit. So I want to start just by targeting this bullseye here. So we got these three circles here, and we all have relationships in this outer circle. This I just call proximity. All right, we all have relationships with people in proximity. They're just people who are in the same places we are. And the question we have around this idea of proximity is simply, where are you? These are people that are where we are. I'm going to use a different color for these other ones just so they stand out a little bit better. But when we want to start going into a deeper relationship, a more meaningful relationship with people who are going to help us live our lives, and I think it's important to name it. I think we all know it. But you were not made to live alone. You were not made to live in isolation. And I don't mean just away from people, but you were not made to feel disconnected from all the people that you're around. You need relationships. You need community, and not just presence, but connection and understanding. And so when you're trying to intentionally build your community, the first level that you need to go through is a level of connection. So the level of connection, at that level, you're being asked the question of, how are you? How are you doing? How's your week going? How'd things go last week with your family? You said you were going through some hard times. And you're asking the how question. Then we go into this next level of relationship, going a little deeper and more personal. Here, you're getting into accountability. With accountability, the question we're asking is, what are you? Because in accountability, we've given people permission to know some of what we're after. We're letting them know, hey, I really want to be this. I really want to make this many sales calls. Or I really want to make sure I spend time taking my wife out on a date. I want to be a better husband. I really want to do more around the house to serve my family. Or I really want to be more involved in the community. Or I really want to spend more time playing golf this week because I really want to work on my game and compete well in a tournament I have coming up later in the month. It's what you become. And so you express, you share what it is you're becoming, and they bring accountability to you. And these are people that will follow up with you and ask you, hey, how did it go? Are you becoming what you said you were becoming? What is it you're trying to become? And then we get into this intersection here. I call it transformation. Now, it sounds like, yeah, we all want that, but the truth is, a lot of us, this is way intimidating, and you don't have to have this. But from a mental health perspective, you need to have some relationships in at least this connection circle. And if you want to take those relationships deeper into accountability, that's great. And if you want to take it deeper into transformation, that's great too. But we all need to have relationships that are deeper than proximity and at least at this connection level. But the transformation level, we all like the sounds of that, but do we like the trust that comes with that? Because at the transformation level, the question is, who are you? And whereas at the accountability level, we were accountable to the things we gave people permission to hold us accountable. At the transformation level, we're asking questions outside of just what you gave me permission, because here we're getting to know you well enough, we're understanding your story well enough, and we're seeing that this part of your life isn't working in sync with this part of your life. And so we're going to bring challenge to the fact that when you say you want to do this, but you're doing this, it's not consistent. And at that transformation level, we're giving people permission to more access to our life, more feedback into our life, and more trust. And so again, proximity, the question is, who are you? Or excuse me, where are you? And then, oops, that's off the screen. Connection is, how are you? And accountability is, what are you? And then finally, in transformation, it's, who are you? Listen, that may sound intimidating. I get it. But if you're wanting to go on that journey, if you want to get into more connecting relationships and you want someone to help you understand how to do that and help you build the plan for your life, it's not a cookie cutter plan. I'm not going to tell you this is how everyone does it, but what we're going to do is I'm going to give you some instruction and we're going to have a lot of interacting. And then at the end of that instruction time, we're going to go into mastermind mode where you get to start taking the principles that we've discussed and you get to start applying it into your own life and building the life you've been dreaming of having. If you're ready to have connection, someone that knows how you're doing, if you're ready to have accountability, someone who's going to help you stay true to what it is you say you're becoming, or if you're looking for transformation, you're going to build people around your life who are going to help you become who you truly know you can be, it's time. Stop waiting. Stop hoping that it'll get better. Stop thinking that there's someone that might be that person, but I don't really know. You need to take action, because the truth is, when you're in this collective called Circle Builder, you're going to discover that you have the opportunity to pick who it is in your life that's going to bring forward. And not only is your life going to get better, there's going to be 4 or 5 other people whose lives are going to get better too, and you're all going to grow forward together and change your worlds. Get to it. Let's get started. Check out the link and learn more.